One of the things that I think that I champion a lot in the talks that I give is to be in relationship with your customers. That email is relationship designed, and so your relationship, just as we talk about a significant other or our kids or whatever, if we hammer our relationships with the kind of information, with the kind of non-personal type of touch that we often see in emails, we will lose those relationships. And there's no wonder we have such a high unsubscribe rate, throughout e-commerce, because people aren't relating to people in any kind of personal way. And personal is not saying, hey Matthew, it's here's your generic information, like putting, just a name tag. That's not personalization. Personalization is I've expressed some interest in, let's say, I'm trying to think of a topic like cameras, camera gear. Um, but I'm interested in Canon. That's my family of products. That's what I'm after. You know, whereas like B&H, if all they sent me, and in fact, B&H is not, they don't do this very well. Um, they could, instead of sending me deals for Nikon and Sony and everything else, they could really start to focus in on Canon. And then also they have an opportunity to try and show Canon, we have this many users who are really focused on Canon. Can we offer them something unique and specific? Even if that kind of specificity is, um, an hour-long webinar with a Canon photographer who's really well known, right? Like that'd be a free thing, but it would like really be good for the brand of Canon, right?
Yep.
So there's so much more that you can do when you start to get more personal. And like for my girlfriend, I don't ask my girlfriend, like, do you want to go to Waffle House? Why? Because we're foodies, and I know that about her, and she wants to eat somewhere, delicious. I don't I don't ask her why she's wearing, 25 layers of clothing at night, because I know that she's fucking cold like all the time. You know what I mean? And so it's like, okay, I know that, instead of having to ask, well, in your emails, being able to be more personal in your messaging because you've segmented your user group into places where you can actually communicate with them.
Mhm.
In the simplest versions of that are not hard. And your ESP should be able to show you how to do that. So some examples that I saw, that I think are doing well. Um, I'm always a big fan of Tattly, which is Swiss Miss's product of, temporary tattoos. None of mine are, but it's a fun kind of thing for her to bring to the space. And they theme everything. So the emails are very flexible. The design system is very flexible so that they can make colors and change the photography and do some stuff there that's really nice. On a personalization side, um, I honestly think that Amazon has gotten a little bit better about some of this and following up with details about my experience and things like that. Trying to think of the brands that are sticking out for me. I've noticed Everlane is a good one where their emails are almost entirely images, and that's bad. I'm not a fan. We need to move the web forward, not backward. But they clearly track what I'm into, not just abandoned cart type of emails, but they're noticing the colors that I'm into and the style treatments
Mhm.
and the fact that I'm interested in men's clothing and I haven't been shopping for women's clothing. That's pretty interesting. Another group, man, what is the name of that group? Thread.com, I think it is. They do some really interesting stuff where the transactional emails you get from Thread are really impressive and very much based on how I shop, how I work. But one of the big things on Black Friday, Cyber Monday that I'm particularly interested in is I joked on Twitter about this, but I said, "Oh, look, it's unsubscribe week."
Oh, yeah, I
You
saw
know,
that.
like, I probably unsubscribed to 25 different companies who I had forgotten that I was following, you know?
Right.
Um, if they had sent me an email that was not a Black Friday or Cyber Monday email, like prior to, and said, "Hey, you originally signed up at this date for these reasons. We'd love to have you on board. Are you interested in seeing our Black Friday deals, or you want to opt out of our Black Friday deals?" And so, in other words, you might be able to keep them as a subscriber, but just have them opt out of Black Friday because people get, it's like if people are constantly calling you, you're going to turn your phone off,
Yeah.
right? And so it may not even be about your brand. People may
Mhm.
just be like, "I'm fucking tired of this."
Yeah,
Unsubscribe.
yeah,
So I've heard it described that you should ahead of the curve ask people, "Are you interested in deals on Black Friday?"
yeah,
And most people are going to say yes. A
yeah,
lot of people want to see those sales, but if not, give them options. And that's relationship, right?
yeah.
Like that's asking people for what they need.